Hello. From this business, can we really force or attain self-realization? If we look at it, what are we trying to attain? Our true nature, true, organic, natural, essential being, who we are. And if you look at it, organic, natural, essential, what comes to mind is something that is effortless, something that is innate to us and natural. So to allow things to be natural actually means allowing things to be as they are, everything to be what is. Right, when we want to recover nature, we just stop touching it, right? Stop manipulating it, stop controlling it, stop interfering it. So any kind of pushing or effort creates a counteraction, like in physics. If there is pushing, there is resistance. And to allow the perfect balance and nature be revealed, all that has to be done, which is not a doing, is the one may call it surrender, another may call it letting go, but it is undoing. It is retrieving back, reverting back, and not touching anything, not doing anything. It cannot be done, it already is. So if it already is all there is, how can you attain it? You can't. And until it is really, really seen that it cannot be done, that there is some more little practice, or because we have tried to choose or to decide or to make it happen. So did it happen as a result of our choosing or effort? Probably not, because this is not attainable. It is a cessation of any kind of effort. It's a cessation of the doer itself. It's a cessation into non-being, non-doing, non-touching anything, non-pushing, non-striving. And it feels like a big exhale. It feels like things just energetically unraveling and leaving you, and all, you don't have to do anything, you just like you open a cage and there are birds and they just naturally fly. They naturally are set free. So the precondition is stay open and don't touch anything, don't do anything. So then mind goes into circles like, if I shouldn't do anything, how this will happen? Okay, how everything else happens, it just happens. How did you come to this life? You happen to come. How does heartbeat or sun shines? It just happens. Happens. All by itself. And you happen. You happen. You are happening. In the non-happening. And what you are is a non-happening. Who can understand it? Hey, kitty. Look at this one. They are in their natural state, very organic. Right. Very little self-talk. No, I know. Seems like, feels like organic. Organic means, unadulterated, unchanged, unmixed with anything. No add-ons. As it is. As it's meant to be. Like the seed has all the information in it for becoming a tree. And it becomes a tree. Now if we fry the seed, do something to it, right, then probably, most likely, it won't come to fruition. Just look at the grass, like you need to cut the grass every week. If you don't touch it, it all comes back to natural state, which is complete fullness. And so if we stop identifying ourselves with any kind of happening, any kind of feature or quality, and realize ourselves as that medium in which and by which and through which everything is made possible to happen. Then functioning continues organically. The personality, sort of this features that are not made up or produced by misplaced sense of identity related to the body mind. No, that goes away, but innate features like color of your eyes, whatever, like color of your hair, and some personality features like someone is naturally being loud, someone is naturally being introverted. It all remains. Which it's not in contradiction with realization. That's the thing. what goes is the sense of identity as this body, as a person, as a particular finite individual. It's seen that a parent individual appears in what you are, disappears when you are in deep sleep. Your background always is and always was and always will be, and yet it does. It's like the smallest speck that you can imagine that is the source of the whole infinite being. So I can't speak there about that anything. So just yeah, what can be said? You are that. Revert to that and be happy. It sounds like doing it, you know what I mean. So bubble popped. That's it. And so bubble even imagined. So and at the same time, so it's not a happening. It cannot be done, and it cannot not be done. There is no choice in a way. So in a way you cannot do anything, and at the same time you cannot help but to do something. Especially if you are drawn to this, and especially if you had awakening or some kind of experience of cessation of. So what, withdrawing back to your wholeness, moments of pure awareness, but know that any experience is just, it's not that. So the understanding is not an experience. It happens in an instant, yet it is seen that it never happened. It never could happen, and yet it happened, and it happened for the apparent person, right? But then from the source that you are, even that is just a glimpse that of a dream that never ever existed. So you so much. Yes, know you, know me, only love. Mm. It's so simple. It is so simple that it cannot be done. That's how simple it is. It is. It is. It is. Okay, and not even it, then just is. You know, our language is not designed to talk about these things. Therefore, and neither it is designed nor actually it is possible to talk about this. So everything is an approximation, and that's why you can find a lot of contradiction and paradoxes, and one teacher saying one thing, another teacher saying another thing. You understand that first of all, they may be answering not the question but the questioner, and questioner is intuitively sensed where they are in their understanding or consciousness. So every answer is for the particular being that is in particular conditioning and stage. Okay, now it sounds already dualistic, but there is you know, where their stand of identity is. That's what teacher is answering. Most of the teachers. There are some teachers that are very unapologetic and just stand in the absolute and never divert. But most of the teachers, I hope you can hear, most of the teachers out of love respond to particular person, by particular sense of person in time and space. So it is all consciousness, it's all one thing, talking to itself, and yet even that isn't happening. What I can say is all sense of contradiction or paradoxes leaves. Like there is no contradiction in it. Even when someone is speaking from ignorance, it is seen as perfection. It is seen as totality. It is seen as just particular color of the light spectrum. White, but all is in essence white light. So nothing is better than the other, and it's one soup. One soup of consciousness. Ocean of being. Yeah. Waves dancing. No contradiction, no separation. No, no, no worry, no problem. Soap bubble popped. Yeah, that's the visceral experience I can share. It felt like the identity was a soap bubble. In a way it existed, but in a way it didn't, and by itself it just popped. So yeah, okay, I hope you heard everything anyway. No, there is no problem talking about very mundane things. The interest, I can say, there is very little, or no, okay. It is now, being in the now. There is no what's gonna happen tomorrow. No, nothing like that. Very no even memory of what was yesterday. Or it's all like writing on water, really. Um, it is hard to understand for the mind, and yet at the same time, it's a perfection. So I only can speak from comparing to the memory of how it was in the past, that there were a lot of problem solving, and also these problems that were created by the mind that didn't even exist. They were just, what if this thing happened? And then they would go problem solving for hours and hours, and then what if that happens? And so all that chatter, if you understand, that is gone. There is no what if whatsoever. Everything is welcomed. It was funny this night that in awareness, as I was sleeping in awareness, this thought came that, wow, whatever happens is welcome here, and I want what happens. I want what happens. That's if there's any want, it's not even a want, but in a personal identity language, I can say there is no desires here. No desires, no striving. There is no sense of future at all. Yet, it was just funny because how it was is that this body organism wanted a lot of things to happen, and most of people do, to be happy. And as the happiness revealed itself as my being, everyone's being, my being is your being, it is shared being, it is one being. As this being revealed itself, and this being is happiness, its perfume is happiness, which is felt in this body organism. So what else to desire? Then it's not that you drop the desires or renounce things, is that it is dropped upon the understanding and seeing, because there is no need in anything anymore. It's just seen for what it is, and you're self-fulfilled. mm, self-fulfilled, self with capital S. Yeah. I want what happens. It's a nice idea for the mind. It's good for the mind. This one, the mind that still has wants. There's nothing wrong. Like it is, its nature. You can ask, but do you still want food? I mean, the body has instincts and needs. The body, it's the body. I don't have. The body will stand up and go and cook something, which is I is not doing anything in it. It is it is observed. There is no I doing anything. Sense of hunger arises. It's observed, and there is no chooser or doer. Now I will go and make a dinner. No, it's all empty space. Just being, witnessing, and the body moves in it. In it. In it. It's not the body moves in this space, and the body is doing what it is doing. So as the psychological I dissolves, there is no psychological needs or desires. The body does its thing, and the real I that is beyond does not have any needs. It does not even want or need this world to be. The world is beautiful, but there is no need, you understand? It's a paradox. So yeah, when we go to that level, I may be thrown stones out, and it's fine. That's why it's really, most teachers suggest keep quiet, because it's not for general public. It's not for the mind. Yeah. Yet, wow, this video gets really long. Whatever. I can just add that there is no fear in here either. Whatever happens. It is seen, the feelings may arise, the body instincts arise, yet it's like very, very far. It's like it doesn't touch that. It's really like you are the vast, infinite, deep ocean, and your I is at the depths of it, at the bottom of it. If you can imagine, infinite bottomless bottom. and something scratches on the surface of the water, just little bit, touches it. That, do you think the depth is really affected? This is just an analogy, okay? Again, we can only speak in aphorisms, metaphors, and approximations, so I love you. Love is Bye.